And had I not made the first 10 million drinks at Thirst with these two hands, and these two hands taking the order, making the drink, and delivering it out the window, I would have not known how to tell all of my employees that run the shop now how to do it perfectly. Okay, so here's to answer the question of, why do you work so much? Aren't your employees for that? You should hire employees. You don't have to do that. You need more employees, bro. Here's the answer to that. First off, the number one thing is financially. Right off the bat, like when we first opened, and still on tough months or tough weeks or whatever, like sometimes you got to make payroll. And some people have this assumption that if you start a business, you all of a sudden get this magical bank of cash that you can just feed in and hire all these employees and do all this stuff. No, that's not how it works. You have to cover all the expenses. And so from at least originally when Thirst first opened, I had no choice but to sit in there and make drinks 24/7. And even now, even sometimes now, like your back's against the wall. And if you're the last line of defense, like, yeah, you're going to work the shop to save some money. So number one thing is financial. That's the first reason. Second reason, though, that I really think that this is true, had I just hired people from the start and let them do their thing as the business grew and kind of evolved and more sales came through the door, it would have been them shaping the business, not me. It would have almost been like it wasn't my business, it was theirs, because they're the ones innovating. They're the ones making changes. They're the ones adjusting and coping with all the growth. And so that's the second thing, is like, it's your business. It's yours to shape. And so that's how I feel. And so I'm in there all the time because I want to see how things are working. If I see a better way to do it, then I'll tweak it and I'll shape it and I'll shape it and I'll shape it. And now I'm shaping it into this really well-rounded thing that's, I've created because I've been in there doing it step by step, getting my hands dirty. So the second thing is, yeah, like I'm the one, it's my business. I'm going to be the one shaping it. And so I'm not paying someone else to create a business for me. So that's the second thing. Third thing is, I want that money. That 5-hour shift, that working in the shop from noon to 5, that's at least bare minimum $50. You're talking $10 in payroll plus taxes and all the fees that come along with it. That's like $75 right there at minimum if they're making our minimum starting wage. So the second thing is, sometimes I want that money to reinvest. My back might not be against the wall that I need that money to make payroll, but I want that $75 to run Facebook ads. And so my ambition's to freaking grow really big. And so, yeah, I want that $75 every freaking time. And so but the rebuttal to that will be, well, if you have more time, like if you hire more people to do more of your stuff, then you're going to have more time to just only work on advertising or go finding new sales and getting sales through the door. I get it. That's my theory too. But here's also my theory. I'm going to do both. And then what? So yeah, you go scale out your business and tell me to just hire all these people for it, which, by the way, I do. I have a lot of employees, but I'm also in there at the same time. It's a balance. Like, I'm going to work the shift and spend the same amount of time as you did working on getting new sales through the door, and I'm going to have money behind it. So now I've got time working on it and money to reinvest because I worked the shop and just worked a little bit harder to get the sales through the door. So it's a balance of those two, I think. So that's another reason why I do it. Another thing is, I'm so into like company culture, and the team is first, and a happy team leads to a good customer experience. You can't get respect from your team if you don't get your hands dirty. I'm here. I want to be able to shape my employees, my managers, and say, hey, this is how we need to have it done. This is this new idea that we're changing to innovate the process. It's going to be so much more efficient, yada, yada. They're not going to have respect for me. They're not going to listen to me. They're not going to want to work for me if my hands aren't dirty, getting in there, being willing to clean the dishes, being willing to work all the same shift that they're willing to, because I know how it is. I know how the processes work, and I'm here to lead it all, but I'm also here to be humble enough to do it. And so respect from the team as another thing. I would say the last thing is, before I'm ready to let my business just go and like expand to this crazy limits, is I first has to get done growing. It almost feels like a kid to me, like this little baby business. It's growing, getting older. And as it's getting older, I'm shaping it into this awesome, powerful thing that knows how to deal with everything that can come its way. And so seriously, like if I just let my baby go and then told these people, I don't know how to tell people how to do it until I figure out how to do it myself. And so like recently we're doing a ton of catering, and we're developed this whole catering line. Had I not gone to the first 1,000 catering events, and I'm well past that at this point. Had I not gone to the first 1,000, I wouldn't know how to tell people how to do the next 50 million catering events. And had I not made the first 10 million drinks at Thirst with these two hands, and these two hands taking the order, making the drink, and delivering it out the window, I would have not known how to tell all my employees that run the shop now how to do it perfectly. So before you let your baby run off, you gotta let it grow up and shape it to what you want it to be. So that's why I work so much. And on top of all that, I like it a lot. It's fun. So, bro, that's why I work so much, bro.